Hey guys, it's me Eric, and Death Battle Wile E Coyote versus Tomcat premiering right now at 1 p.m. It's 12:59 right now. So yeah, let's watch the trailer. Wait, I can't watch the trailer. I guess it's too late. So it's 1 p.m.
King Spa is not just an ordinary spa. We were the first Korean spa to exist in the United States. We are very grateful for the presence of M&T.
I definitely see M&T growing with us. I just think they're the best partner we could.
I'm a little worried. I'm on Wile E Coyote's side, but I've seen a lot of edits where Tom wins. I've asked a lot of my friends, they said Tom. So let's see. Tom, who do you guys think? A lot of people are saying Tom. I'm rooting for Wile E Coyote. In 2 minutes. I'll let you guys know when it's starting. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is the trailer.
Wile E Coyote, the fastest and furriest.
Alright, so.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it and we're here to deliver.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Peek.
In tales told over a shimmering campfire by the tribes people of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Sewetmuk, he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the great Coyote stalks the American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey, the Roadrunner. And this modern Wile E Coyote is driven...
Height 5'8". I don't care, Holmes. Height 5'8", 1.73 meters, birth year 1937, IQ 207, or so he says, eternally hungry, most loyal customer and occasional employee of Acme. Where's the movie, Warner Brothers? Inspired by Mark Twain and pre-1949 chase cartoons.
By a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily. They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile E manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all. But he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote,
Only Redrun puts that tiny beast of...
little extra burst of speed in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile E.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile E's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
He's got your classics like dynamite, anvils, and spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet,
10 billion.
and a friggin' trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in
I can't wait for Hoodie Dude to react to this.
excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wile E has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile E is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic. Acme...
Oh, by the way, canonically, he was raised by his dad, and his dad forbade him from ever speaking a word until he kills his prey. And his dad is like a trillionaire, and after he passed, he gave all the money to Wile E Coyote. So canonically, that's how he can afford all this.
Clonomatic.
My man cannot catch a break.
severity of his failures, Wile E is still a toon and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Secwepemc legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Ah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Loony DNA. Every toon's got it, not just the loony ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile E developed a counter to this immortality, the Loony DNA Dissolver, which leaves toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile E's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming tiny toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile E who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means Wile E
I'm
should
being
be
honest, this
capable
is
of
a little longer
replicating feats
than
and
what
abilities
they said
performed
here.
by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wile E's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even, oh snap, caught the Roadrunner! Oh, wait, never mind. So damn close!
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second...
So basically, he has bad luck. Bad luck is an understatement. Like, the epitome of no luck at all. He has no luck.
Place, the swing and a miss superstar. 39. War raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse?
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tom Cat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Who is, let's say very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most
What'd he say?
very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators.
Did he say like big yard or something?
Harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mouse kind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes,
And guns! Lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier things like a magic wand, a robo-cat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the Rewind Remote, which can
Both of those are gonna be used in the battle. Call it.
move your victim back. Heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust. And survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
This was conducted.
Yeah, I bet when he searched up just the name alone, without the Tom and Jerry, if he searched that up on Google, he would find way more results than he wanted.
Some different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use extremely hardcore for a tune, but there isn't much of a limit to what funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically go get them back from hell. Where all cats go. From the
Factual.
40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Dodoy Whiz. They were actually named after the 2 characters in Pierce Egan's delightful Life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many
So basically, the England word for goofballs, Tom and Jerry.
rebels roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine.
I'm sorry, Wile E. Coyote. I'm sorry, but Tom's gonna win. I'm sorry.
Just a bunch of stars now, but he's on his throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase. Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and
the-
indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the tree of life.
I'm sorry, Wile E. Coyote, but you hear these feats? They used to be gods, literally. I don't know if it's them or their ancestors, but like,
whose branches encompass all of time and space.
I don't care.
Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material.
It's not
However,
canon.
it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment.
But is it canon?
which means we have to include it in our research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly push!
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Alright. Oh no, they're gonna do a
Guess
sponsor.
what?
Oh
Death Battle
my
has
god.
merch now.
That's right, Boomstick, and you can pick some up for yourself on our brand new website, deathbattle.gg.
Just click the merch tab at the top. We've got mugs, stickers, shirts, and more.
I'm partial to the official researcher's notebook. I promise it's not a dump. See, it says so right on the cover.
Sure. There's also exclusive merch for website members, like my beer cooler, which keeps my beer nice and cold. And I guess, theoretically, other beverages too.
Then there's the limited time Game Over tee, which won't be available much longer, so if you want it, go grab it quick.
We'll be releasing more stuff throughout the year, so check back for updates. Picking up an item or two really helps support independent death battle, so we want to say a big thank you to everybody that's already placed an order.
Head over to deathbattle.gg and pick the piece of Death Battle swag that's right for you. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, let's see. House mouse must domestic cat, Felis catus perpectomus victimus. Did they get voice actors for them? Meepus, Meepus. Coyote, Canis schmuckus. Fight. Champius Cochirius. Alright, well then they left. Imagine if there's like a part 2 to this where Roadrunner and Mouse fight. That'd probably be too weird. I think Roadrunner would win. Maybe. No, cause then I'm getting to the thing. Holy furball, you cost me my dinner. Like you were gonna get it anyway, Wile E. Whoa, what happened? I just saw a reference. How did it get here?
Come on, you apes! You want to live forever!
He's invisible. Fat Link. Wait, are they gonna go back to hell to get them all? Oh man. Oh no. Uh-oh. So clearly this whole fight is like not on his side because once again, canonically, his creator hates Coyote. So everything that happens to him is either gonna help his opponent or make him lose. that coming. Wait, so then Wile E won?
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Wait, he won?
Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wile E to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wile E could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile E gets the edge in stats.
Wile E's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not.
What?
Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to
I
malfunction,
mean, I guess he had the advantage with Arsenal.
he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Loony DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Loony DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Loony ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile E is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired.
Yeah, I really thought. I mean, I was hoping for Wile E Coyote to win because I really liked Wile E Coyote when I was a kid. Of course, he wasn't like popular when I was younger, but still, I like to watch him sometimes.
Especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile E's engineering and scheming
But I do think Tom would win because, first of all, he has a lot of arsenal, but I guess Wile E has more. Either way, he won, so good.
genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile E's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile E's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wile E yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile E's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner or
Okay,
other tunes.
so when he's the bad guy, then those rules apply. But when he's fighting another bad guy, then he wins. So technically, if Wile E. Coyote was living his normal life, chasing anything, he would lose. But if he was working together with someone to take down another bad guy, then the badness would transfer to the other guy.
The plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades. even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile E couldn't eventually land a hit with the Loony DNA dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having
Even outside the DNA dissolver, Wile E could put Tom down permanently via sealing his soul, freezing him in time, or hypnotizing him into killing himself. All things Wile E can and has done before. In contrast, Tom only when condition is turning his DNA dissolver against Wile E.
better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile E, whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile E gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile E Coyote.
Next time on Death Battle.
Miles Morales versus Deku?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Alright, well,
Thanks
if
for
you guys want me to see that, 3 likes. Yeah, that was me reacting to it. I did not expect Wile E to win, but I hoped for him to win, and he did. So, yeah. Bye!